Welcome to RasslinRantsandReviews. This is episode 21, and as always, I'm your host, Big Mike. And tonight I'm going to be reviewing and giving results to Monday Night Raw. That's right, for March 21st, 2011. We're only 13 days away from the big one. That's right, 13 days away from WrestleMania 27. And so we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, are we? Well, let's have a look and see how Raw kicked off tonight. Raw kicks off with Justin Roberts. He's introducing the voice of the WWE. He introduces good old JR, Jim Ross. And what do we get? We get Michael Cole dressed up like JR. Doesn't even look like nothing like JR. He just got a pillow for his big fat gut, black cowboy hat, some barbecue sauce, piece of foam around his ankle that looked like he's got a sore ankle. You know, pathetic. You know, he gets in Jerry Lawler's face and he runs away and goes back into his coal mine, into his barricade like you've seen last week. The plexiglass box of doom. As soon as he sits down, we get Triple H's music. Triple H's music hits. He comes to the ring. He talks about 20 years in the business and wonders if this is the last time he'll ever work in this building. Because just like if he beats the Undertaker streak, that will kill the Undertaker, but he's going to die trying. So this to me means almost gives you a career versus career feel without the label. If Taker loses, that'll be the end of him. And if Triple H don't beat him, maybe Triple H will be done. Maybe he'll go on hiatus for a while again, or just give up wrestling. We'll just have to see what happens there. I think he also goes on and saying he wants to speak to Taker eye to eye, mano a mano. And we don't get a chance to find out if it's going to be next week on Monday or this upcoming SmackDown, because Ted DiBiase interrupts, and he says he's being pushed out of the limelight. Last year at WrestleMania, he was in there, he was fighting a superstar like Randy Orton, and now he's an afterthought. And tonight he's going to solidify his spot on WrestleMania after taking out Triple H. Why does he try this? I don't know, but he gets buried. Again, very little offense from him. Triple H gets the upper hand right away, thus, you know, giving him the beat downs, basically punch after punch. DiBiase gets in a few good punches. Looks like he's mounting a comeback. Then he doesn't make it to come back. He ends up getting whipped into the stairs to eventually be put on top of the announce table for a pedigree. So that's that. Josh Matthews hypes the response John Cena will give later to The Miz. He says he'll be live via satellite from his home. Cole says The Miz will have a segment tonight where he rewrites Miz story as well. We go to commercial. We come back. It's Sheamus, the newly crowned U.S. champion, versus Evan Bourne. Pretty quick contest. Evan Bourne goes for the shooting star press, misses as he's getting up. Sheamus hits him with a bro kick, and it's it. Over. Done. Sheamus gets on the mic. Says that he's now the USA champion, or champion of the USA. And, you know, nobody can change that. Daniel Bryan comes down and says, you know, one thing about being an American, you get a second chance at things. Yada, yada, yada. Wants a match at WrestleMania. Sheamus throws the title at his face, thus giving him a kick, and a segment, and a Daniel Bryan. We didn't get a definitive answer, but I can guarantee this will be a match on WrestleMania. No, I'm not going to probably make another WrestleMania rant. I'll just let you know that this has an opportunity to be a good match, because Sheamus doesn't suck. And Daniel Bryan can work with anybody and make anybody look good. So it'll be a good match. And I like how Sheamus is looking strong again. You know, he's looking to be the killer that he was supposed to be. After break, we see Randy Orton exiting from a tour bus. Scott Stanford, of all people, stops Orton and asks Orton what it's like traveling on the bus. Orton says it offers some privacy and a home away from home. Yet not, and I don't know. What else happened? Just basically goes on and says Orton doesn't like how he's punted the whole team of Nexus out of commission, and if if CM Punk thinks he's sick and twisted, he doesn't know what sick and twisted is. We go to the ring. We got Maurice versus Eve Torres for the Divas Championship. Halfway through the match, Michael Cole, same antics as last week. He gets on the microphone, stands on his table, says, enough. I got some more news. I'm gonna, call out Jerry Lawler. We should end this match now. Yada 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 yada. As the match keeps going on, Eve wins with a huge crossroads swinging neck breaker. That's basically not the same as the crossroads, but very similar. After the match, Eve was going after Cole. Eve wants a piece. And once the security comes, Cole being the coward he is, then he says, okay, I'll give you a piece, blah, blah, blah. And once again, we get Josh Matthews promoting the rewriting of Mystery tonight with The Miz. We go to commercial, we come back, we got the core in the ring. It looks like we're going to have the Tag Team Championships defended. We see a little clip of what kind of havoc the Core's been showing over on SmackDown with Big Show and Kane. And yes, we do have a tag team title match. Heads against Kozlov and Santino. The Core wins. Gabriel hits the 450. They keep beating Santino and Kozlov till Kane and Big Show make their appearance and clear out the ring. Who didn't see that one coming, but, it happened. They came and saved the day. We see John Cena via satellite being prepared for his interview before the commercial. We go to commercial, we come back. We see what happened last week at the end of Raw. The Miz dressed up like Rock, beating up, John Cena, obviously. Brodus Clay and Del Rio also, beforehand. Now we go backstage, via satellite. Via satellite. Cena says he'll be watching from home. And The Miz truly rewrites Miz history because at WrestleMania he plans on making history. Cole takes the mic and he goes on to berate Lawler and says he has, done more journalistic things than the King, and again he's going to show it this week. Back from commercial, Jack Swagger is now with Michael Cole and they're jogging around the ring doing the whole American Eagle thing. Swagger now goes in front of Jerry the King Lawler so he can't get out of his seat. Well, Michael Cole goes on to berate his family because that's what his whole journalistic, expertise has got. He said that last week Brian Christopher